Just come as you are. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you'll reprint in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. No, reach for me, let yourself be careful. With my head on the desk and tears in my eyes, when the time comes, I hope you'll realize. Listen to me, I'm calling. Everything is for you guys. A madness sends that grab you again. You don't need to be perfect, just come as you are. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you've reprint in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. Now reach for me, let yourself be cared for. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you've reprint in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. Now reach for me, let yourself be cared for. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you've reprint in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. So reach for me, let yourself be cared for.
Well, technically, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It's your old pal Grumps. Don't read too much into the song. I just like the song. Okay, I'm okay. It's just can't sleep. You know, insomnia has kicked in, and my sleep schedule has already been fucked up enough, and I just feel like coming in here and just yapping for a little while. You know. So here we are. Not really had anything in plan as far as like what I wanted to talk about. I just feel like getting on here and streaming and just chilling out for a little bit and just like kind of relaxing. and no more food videos for a little while. Apparently, they get me too rambunctious, you know. Um, I know I kind of do want to talk a little bit about VTubers, VTubing. Um, there, there's a there's stuff going on, you know. It's not just on Twitter, but you can feel like there's some behind the scene shenanigans happening. You know, just things that you get a sense of something that is brewing, and you're kind of hoping that you're wrong. You know, uh, not talking about anything not any particular company. You kind of look at it and you go, uh, where you you get a sense that there's something not necessarily major. It could be a minor thing that's going to happen where it could be a good thing or a bad thing. You just feel there's a sense of something is coming along where it's either going to break doors down or put more doors up. If you get my meaning, uh, the kind of hit at is like when Mousy was talking about if her winning a Grammy award. God, if that fucking happens, the whole world will fucking explode. I swear. You know, even if she just gets nominated, if a VTuber gets nominated for a Grammy award, I really think like the whole fucking internet will break in half, and everybody will be like either going, "What the fuck? What's VTubing?" or people will be like, "Oh, this is just weird," or "This is not something we should be talking about," because you know people. Here's the thing on the history of entertainment. When when a new genre of entertainment happens, there's people who want to fight it, and there's people who are going to want to defend it, and there's people who just don't want to. You just don't fucking care. They just want to be entertained. I'm probably in the last category, really. I just want to be entertained. I'm not interested in the whole thing of is this right or is this wrong type thing. I mean, as long as there's nothing illegal, I gotta say that because you know people infer things. But as long as there's nothing illegal, it why can't you be entertained? You know, no, why can't I mean whether it be music, TV show, movie, books, whatever. It's like a long time there was a stigma of people reading comic books or reading manga or like enjoying sci-fi or enjoying anime that there's something wrong with them. You know, why? Because they're weird because they enjoy this stuff. And which I you know, looking back on it, I was one of those people. There's something wrong with you. You like this stuff. It's like I just want to be entertained. I enjoy. Why can't I just like what I enjoy? You know, and you get people who either try to piggyback off of it and try to take credit for doing this, that, and other thing. Hello, Tectone. Uh, or they go off and just explode on a particular artist or something like that and try to tear them down. Hi, XQC and Doki Bird. And you just look at it and go, why can't you just, like, you're not really involved. Okay. I'm not necessarily saying stay in your own lane, but if you're going to complain about something, at least complain or have knowledge about what you're talking about. And if you don't want to get the knowledge about what you're talking about, well, maybe you should just shut the fuck up. No? what I'm thinking here is that a lot of people who jump on the newest greatest fad, and trust me, VTubing is not a fad. It's not going away. It's here to stay. And there's not too much you can do about it. Bluntly. There's not too much you can do about it. Because people are tuning in. More and more people are going to watch. Right now, female VTubers are strong because people are attracted to, pretty cute anime girls, whether they've been sexualized or not. It's more along the lines that they're the ones that are getting most attention right now. But you can see, almost get a sense of a groundswell of male VTubers starting to get noticed. Their names are getting out there. And you can see not a shift, but things equaling out, really, where male VTubers will be noticed more and be, well, quite frankly, get the same amount of respect as female VTubers. And that's all a part of the process of becoming part of the entertainment industry. When one gender becomes like the strongest, eventually the other gender, not the second gender, the other gender also becomes stronger, become part of it and get known for it, and things balance out eventually. I mean, he went for like, let's just take the history of movies for an example. For a long time, there's always the strong leading man. Well, movies have evolved where they're movies that have a strong female lead. All right. And they're successful. You can look at the history of movies and see strong female leads. Norma Jean comes to mind. Granted, it's based on a real story, but it's a strong woman. All right. And she didn't act like a man. Okay. But there's a lot of movies, entertainment you could point to. You can see that things balance out where everybody gets recognized for the contribution to that entertainment, whether it be male, female, whatever your sexual orientation happens to be. Eventually, everything balances out. Okay. I think that's kind of what happened with VTubings. And the sense I'm getting here when I'm looking at the landscape of VTubing is that there are some, for whatever reason, feel threatened because things are balancing out a little bit. I mean, more male VTubing people are being noticed. And there's certain female VTubers are uncomfortable with that. They may feel threatened, or they may feel like they'll be eventually overshadowed by male VTubers or males in general, which I don't think that's going to happen in any sense of like all of a sudden female VTubers are not going to be important. I get the sense of that they're just going to be on the same level as each other. It isn't anything negative. I think when everything balances out, it just makes the genre stronger. When you can have just as many notable male VTubers as you do have female VTubers, it just makes everything better. But we also want to see what happened in the world and the things. It's like corporate. Okay, everybody gets up. When I say corporate, everybody gets up in arms and everything. I don't see corporate VTubing as a bad thing. Uh, I see some people will be with a VTubing corporation for their whole career, and when they leave, they just basically retire uh, from VTubing and content creation in general and move on to something else. I mean, but what I see in general, I think what's going to happen, I think a major VTubing corporation is going to stumble and stumble hard. Uh, Niji Sanji has never recovered after all the stuff that came out after Doki Bird came back. When Selene, all that stuff with Selene, they never recovered. They don't have that reputation as they did, but prior to that, and they were slowly, that reputation was slowly eroding, and people were questioning things. Especially in the West. I see that happening with Hololive English to a certain extent. I don't go to Reddit, by the way. I don't go to Reddit. This is just me having a stream of consciousness, really. I think Hololive is on a poise to have a major stumble. All right. With all the graduations that happened a year ago, they stumbled. They really haven't gotten themselves back upright. And this is nothing against the talent. I'm talking about the talent at Hololive are fantastic. I'm talking about their Hololive or any color. Cover Corp, I'm sorry. Cover Corp don't understand what they have, really. I mean, they don't understand really that they're no longer a strictly Japanese company. When you start hiring talent from other countries, you have now become international, and you have to play to the international market. That's what they don't. Really truly think that's why a downfall of a lot of Japanese entertainment companies are. They don't understand when they go international, when they hire these talent from other countries, whether it be in Europe or in America or whatever, they have gone international because they have to obey in that country's labor laws. They can't just do whatever they want. Like they just can't say, "Oh, we're Japanese. We're just a Japanese company. We obey Japanese labor laws." No, once you hire in this, I'm just going to use this as a case because this is where I live. If you hire an American citizen, you have to obey the American labor laws because they're protected under American labor laws. You just can't say, "Oh, we're a Japanese company. We follow Japanese." So what? You have one of our citizens working for you. You just can't. And they live here in America. They don't live in Japan because they could get into serious trouble. Like with Niji Sanji and Selene, if Selene went after Niji Sanji, they would be under American laws or Canadian laws, wherever some were, and they're a lot different than Japanese laws, labor laws. Okay, it's something I foresee that's eventually going to happen, where a talent from a major VTubing corporation will go after a VTuber corporation by the way they're treated, and everything like that, which is why they need to start stepping carefully. Because if they don't, the ramifications of that, of them just going with the idea, oh, we're idol company. Well, idol companies don't work in the West. Idol culture doesn't work in the West. If the talent is willing to do that, that's fine. But if you come off like you're forcing them, if it comes out that you force them to go like that, then you're going to have problems. Regardless if that talent lives in Japan or not, if they're a citizen of America, they're protected under American labor laws, regardless to where they live at. Because they're not a citizen of that country. They're not a Japanese citizen. And even if they do get citizenship in Japan, but if they keep their American citizenship, the American citizenship trumps the, no pun intended, trumps the Japanese or whatever country's citizenship. Uh, and that's very rare that someone has dual citizenship by choice. No, like there are people here in America that have American citizenship and Canadian citizenship because that's how that's how they were born. I mean, their mom was American and their dad was Canadian, or vice versa. And it's since they were one of the parents was an American citizen, they are automatically American citizen. That's just the way it works. So they covered under two different countries' laws, really, which is interesting if you think about it. But I think the main problem here, especially I'm going to say, especially with Hololive, they want to be an idol culture so bad that they don't understand what they really are anymore. The dream was to have an idol group, okay? This massive idol group. And if they would just, quite frankly, if Hololive would have stuck with just Japanese talent, they'd probably been fine because it's more accepted in Japan. But since they branched out into the English and multiple other countries, it's not really seen as an acceptable behavior in those countries. Uh, there's a bad connotation with the idol culture in the West and other countries. They seem, to put it bluntly, they seem idol culture seems abusive in the West. Oh, you can't be public about if you have a relationship, or if you have a relationship and it becomes public, you get punished for it. It just no, it's not a good thing to say that you embrace idol culture. And it's something that you need to be, that Hololive really needs to start being very, very careful with, especially if when they're dealing with their Western talent. They can't come off as like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Now, I'm not saying that Hololive forced talent to do anything. Just want to make that clear. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's that the perception of it is more dangerous than the actual action, because perception is public opinion. If public opinion becomes where Hololive is forcing talent to do all these concerts and not streaming as much as they want, they're going to have a serious issue, and people are going to turn away from them, and their stocks are going to take a hit. Now there is a serious danger that if their stocks take another hit, any of these VTubing companies, whether it be Any Color or Cover Corp, if they take a serious hit, the company's going to fall, because entertainment companies are not like a company that actually produce a physical product, like, or any other entertainment product. Sony has their hands in so many different pies. If one has a bad year, the other branches will uplift it. But it's the branching out into the English market is very, very fragile, because the Western market, people in the West, whether it be Europe or here in America, if they feel like you're being abusive to talent, they will all of a sudden like go, we're not going to support you no more. You've seen that with Niji Sanji. Niji Sanji still hasn't recovered financially. The talents are still not getting the super chats they used to get prior to the Selene controversy. So the talents are suffering because of Niji Sanji or Any Color actions of how they treated their talent. So I'm kind of that's why you don't hear too much about Niji Sanji being talked about in a good way. Why is this like trending? I don't understand. All right. Okay. She managed to get that trending every single time. And also comparative, I also want to say this, in the indie scene, I think something else is brewing up here. Uh, lines have been drawn, and people are waiting for another big, Google Doc or whatever to happen, where everything is like going to be the next. Sorry to put it this way, the next Cinder situation. Everybody's waiting for it because because of what happened with Cinder, people see VTubers as incompetent, immature, unable to handle things in a private manner. Okay. And you can point fingers as to many people as you want, but it's for a while there's like practically every month there was something coming out of the VTubing community that was horrible. Everybody was dropping Google Docs at people. It's just like it's not. And I'm watching this going, this is the same shit that's happened like within commentary community, the drama community. Wasn't really paying attention to the beauty community, but the beauty community and all that stuff. Animation community, storytelling community, you name the fucking community, just same shit happened there too. And become a big thing. Everybody talked about for months and months all in, and then it just went away, and everything kind of quieted down. Then it goes to that period of time where everybody's waiting for the next big brouhaha, but it is what it is. I mean, I was not really want to go into too much detail. I got myself in the middle of a big internet drama at one time. It was nothing major, really. I got mad at somebody. They got mad at me. It caused me to kind of leave the comic book community because it was just making me fucking miserable. So I left. I did apologize to this person and all that stuff. And if he, whether he accepted or not, doesn't really affect me per se, other than the fact I know I apologize and I know I'm sorry for it. Granted, the thinking that he did, I found really immature, and I'm kind of like saying, okay, I was old. I was an older person. I was way older than he is. And I should have handled it more maturely. But I was having my own mental struggles at the time, and I didn't. I had a lot of anger from what I was going through, my divorce, separation from my kids, and all that stuff. And I kind of I got angry very easily and flew off the handle a lot. So yes, I was in the wrong in some aspect, but no, he was very good at pushing my buttons. And I'm not gonna say he knew it, but if he was eliciting a reaction, he got it. Okay. But I just finally said, fuck it. I'm miserable. Everybody's like coming after me. And I just like, fine, I'm done. I'm gone. Go after somebody else. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in being part of it. I mean, and for almost like 5 to 6 years, I stayed away from it. I didn't read comic books anymore because it had nothing to do with the drama. It's just like I wasn't enjoying them anymore. because they were just, to me, they were god awful. Why pay for something I'm not gonna like? And it's like, okay, bye. I'm done. I don't really have nothing to talk about as far as comic books. I mean, I would love to get back into them, but I really don't have no desire because they betray my trust. And that's the serious problem with corporations, entertainment corporations, especially. You can look at VTubing as a niche market, but if you betray your audience trust, well, they're some of them are never going to come back. If and that's something they'll have to be aware of and be careful of. Uh, you say Niji Sanji, any color, betrayed the trust of their fans in the Western market, and they're not coming back. I mean, they still got fans, okay, but the fans that left are not coming back. They're not going to support them. That still got a kick, and that's something to keep in mind. It's with like anything else. If you lose the trust of the people you want support from, most likely you're not going to get their trust back. You will have to literally do something on a greater level of the controversy to earn their trust back. You can say sorry, we're not going to do it. It's actions, not words. It's like in the independent scene, it's these individual VTubers. It's actions, not words. With everybody, it's no one's gonna. You can say whatever you want to say until you show the actions that you're legitimately going to change. No one's going to believe you. You have to show it, not just say it. That's the thing. You can say I'm a different person, but if you still continue with the same behavior, no one's going to believe you. So, like, if in order for Niji Sanji to change, one, they probably should have issued an apology a long time ago and say we're making a wholesale change on how things are done within our company, and then show it. Same with Hololive. Hololive has said they're going to make changes in how management behaves with talent. We really haven't seen it, to be honest with you. We really haven't seen it. Comes after the last graduation with Kanata, basically calling out management because she says she felt compelled to work really hard, and she also takes blame that it was also on her that she had this condition where she was losing her hearing, and working as hard as she was, well, she lost some of her hearing, and in turn, no one in management there kind of stepped up and said, hey, you need to slow down, you need to take care of yourself. They were all more along cheering her on to keep on working. At the same time, it was more along the lines of sometimes a job of management is beyond just getting the projects done. It's also to protect the talent from themselves. Okay, sometimes talents will push themselves way beyond what's healthy for them. That's a danger in every field. Okay, not just entertainment, but any job. You can have someone that's pushing themselves way too far, and whether it be a supervisor, store manager, whatever, needs to step in and say, hey, okay, you need to slow the fuck down. Especially if they're a valued worker. And you need to slow down, and you need to take care of yourself, because the last thing we want is for you not to be working here or hurt yourself or whatever. And that's what Hololive didn't do. Okay, they didn't step in and say, "Hey, maybe you need to take care of yourself." And if talent really goes, "Oh, okay, we'll put it to you a different way. We're telling you you're going to go take care of yourself. You're going to see medical attention. You're going to get help. You're going to take a break. You're going to go on hiatus. You're going to relax because we want you to stay. We want you to be part of our company, and to protect that interest, we're going to make sure we're going to do everything we possibly can to make sure you stay, to be healthy, and to have the same level of entertainment, or same level of what's this of value to your fans, being there for them as you did when you first started streaming. I think that's the major problem with Japanese companies. They just Japanese companies are go 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 all the time. You've heard stories about Japanese companies where people sleep at the office. They go home once a week to their families. This reason why they got a low population. People not getting pregnant because no people don't go home from work and fuck. If they're sleeping at home, they're not sleeping with their wives and getting them pregnant. They don't have a chance to meet the opposite sex and get into a relationship and have kids if they're at work 80 hours a fucking week. Just saying, it just kind of makes sense. Why is there's a low birth rate in Japan? Duh. Just look at your work ethic. You're taking it to extremes, and when you go that far with it, and you're at the office all the time, I hate to tell you, that's kind of the reason why you don't not having babies, because people aren't getting together, and they're not fucking to have babies. Okay. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct answer. A lot of times, the simplest answer is the correct answer. I always believe that, by the way. The simplest answer is usually the correct answer. It's also the hardest one to do. It's like everybody knows what the problem is, and it knows there's an easy solution, but no one wants to do it because it's typically not the popular one, and the ramifications of taking this simple problem out of the equation, it makes things a little bit more difficult for other people. But in terms of the overall, more people being helped by removing this one simple problem. I mean, everybody, it's like up in arms about this, that, and other thing. A lot of the problems, all these social ills and all this stuff, once again, to me, it's real simple. It's real, just be respectful to each other. You give respect, you get respect. That's how I was raised. Okay? If you're respectful to other people, typically you be treated with respect too. I'm not saying it works every single time, but I will say it works majority of the time. If you're not really going to do, I mean, there's going to be some people who are going to just be disrespectful no matter what. You can treat them with all the respect in the world, and they're still going to shit on you. And you know what you do with those people? Get them out of your life. You don't sit there and constantly fight with them or anything like that. Just get them out of your life. That's all. Yeah. And just kind of, that's my approach with everything. I mean, even on my online relationships, if people are constantly making my life online life difficult, I will just say, sorry, I can't continue. I can't continue with this. I'm miserable. I don't. I put it bluntly, when you reach my age, you kind of realize you don't have that much time left on this world. And the time I have left, I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to spend any more time being miserable than I absolutely have to. So if you're making me miserable, I'm not going to spend time with you. Bluntly. Because I don't have time for it. All right? Literally, I don't have time for it. I'd rather have more time having fun, being chill, and being relaxed, and all that stuff. Not saying I wouldn't go lead the charge fighting windmills, because I do that from time to time. And take a stand on things. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if it's something silly, I'll be kind of like going, no, I'm done. Because you guys are just making me miserable. I said a while ago I was not being able to enjoy watching Vtubers because I was covering a lot of Vtuber drama. And I really wanted to enjoy watching Vtubers. It was more important to me to enjoy watching Vtubers than it is to cover Vtuber drama. Because that's how I relax, you know? Be able to kick back and relax and just watch some streams and not worry about, oh, is this person going to get into a drama this week or whatever. I mean, that's the reason why I kind of like said, okay, enough talking about it. There's certain things I just won't talk about anymore. You know, I mean, I'm all here, and I don't know what. Okay, we're back. Are we back? I'm pretty sure we're back. Yeah, we're back. OBS decided to disconnect. I don't know why. Didn't have any frame drops. Dropping bandwidth. Just all of a sudden decided on his own. Hey, we're not going to work anymore. Ta-da! You know? But, I mean, the way I approach things is if I get heavily interested in something, whether it been comic books, VTubing, whatever, and I'm enjoying myself, I want to stay that way. But if something comes along and just ruins it for me, I will stop. I don't have time to be miserable. I don't have it in me, really. And if I feel like I'm going down the path of I'm going to become toxic or just not enjoying myself, I'll just leave the fucking community. You know, I'm not one of those people that going to sit there and just constantly bring up the negative side of a community all the time. I just can't. I did that, and the only thing that did was make me a horrible person, and I'm not going to go down that path no more. If I see myself heading down that path, I'll stop myself. I'll be like, okay, we're not doing that. Grumps, turn around and go back the other direction to the point where you're enjoying that content or that entertainment again. I mean, I don't watch TV because I used to do it for a living, and the last thing I wanted to do is come home and deal with it when I got home. And also the simple fact, there was nothing on there I was enjoying. I mean, it's like, okay, reality shows, we're everywhere. And it's like, I deal with reality all the time. I watch TV to get away from reality, to be honest with you. And it's the same reason why I don't go to movies. It's like, I go to movies to escape reality for 2 hours and relax. And I don't want to go to a movie and get preached to, unless it's a movie about that, or about a real life event. Okay. And I want to understand that real life event, but I don't typically go for movies like that. You know, I go to, I watch Westerns and stuff like that. And space battles and things. But I'm not really interested in dealing with the ills of the world. I see the ills of the world. I see what's going on in the world. A lot of it is like people overreacting to things, to be honest with you. And it's the truth. Because I see the other stuff that's going on in the world. There's a lot worse things going on in the world than, quite frankly, the Epstein files. Okay, yeah, they're horrible. They're heinous. People should be arrested. And people should be investigated for if they're named in Epstein files. But the same token, there's a lot worse things than the Epstein files. Okay. There is. As much as I'm a guy that say, hey, hang all child predators from the trees in your front yard, I'm also the type of guy who's saying, oh, but this over here is worse going on because this is currently happening that we need to fix. Because the Epstein file, the investigation took place. Okay. And we know who did what. That's the hard part. Now you just got to prosecute these people, okay? And to get justice to their victims. But there's still victims going on right now. Today. I mean, there's people who've been victimized today that we need to take care of. All right. I'm not trying to downplay what happened on Epstein's Island and to those people. What I'm trying to say, it's still going on. And it's not just Epstein and the people involved in that. No. And we don't, to this right now, we don't know who did what, really. We just know a bunch of celebrities were named in Epstein files, but we don't know if they actually did anything. Okay, everybody's jumping to conclusions. Once again, everybody's overreacting. Department of Justice needs to investigate it. I mean, I personally think no one's more important than the Epstein files because, sorry, the Epstein files don't affect my daily life. It's why are we not investigating these major corporations that are in control of our food and controlling the price of food? And it's like 3 corporations that are doing it. Why aren't we investigating them? They're controlling our supply of food and how much food gets to our grocery stores. Why aren't we investigating them? Because that affects everybody. Why aren't we investigating why certain townships and communities are being charged outrageous prices for water when it's tied into the sewer? Somehow? For a while, water and sewer used to be 2 different things. All right? And the water used to have a rate per gallon. Sewer just used to be a flat rate. Based on how much you flush down the toilet or go down the sink on an average person. That's what they based the flat rate on. And now they tie it together, and all of a sudden you get water bills in hundreds of dollars. Which, I'll be honest, would be fine if there were improvements being made to the water system. It's sort of like the electric bill. The electric bill is sky high, which would be fine if they were making improvements to the power grid. But you don't see that happening. And a lot of this is fucking political, by the way. A lot of it's political. People getting kickbacks, the green energy bill. Solar power and wind power aren't cheap at all. There's not enough places where you have solar energy to power the whole country. Half your deserts and all that stuff are not suitable for solar power, and plus, solar power is harmful to the environment. It fries birds flying overhead. You don't understand that the air above a solar panel or the solar plants gets superheated for 100 miles up, and planes are routed around it because it's that dangerous. But birds don't get that message from the air traffic controllers not to fly over it. They fly over it, they get cooked instantly, and they die. But people don't talk about that stuff. It's like, now, thousands upon thousands of birds per month are killed by windmills because they fly into it and they get killed. But nobody talks about that. No. Here's a perfect example. Germany used to have a low power bill, low bills because they use nuclear energy, which is the cheapest and, I'm sorry to say it, the safest renewable energy there is. There's been made a lot of advances on nuclear energy where even nuclear waste can be repurposed and used for energy. And so they can be go from, like, they say, I may be misquoting this, 100 years before something, the radioactivity gets down to safe levels, or 50 years, I think. But if they repurpose that nuclear waste and use it again, that 50 years go down to 5. People don't talk about that. It's no, Google it. And nobody wants to do that. They'd rather keep the 50 to 100 years of nuclear waste sitting around instead of using it and not going to eventually just getting rid of it in a third of the time. You know, I'll be honest about it. There's a lot of things that people say are bad are actually not as bad as they think. Nuclear energy isn't bad. It's safe if they follow procedure and everything. I'm not saying accidents won't happen. I'm saying accidents are very, very rare. And you can have cheaper power bills with nuclear energy because it's a renewable energy source, and you can have other places that have these where they can take nuclear waste and use it for energy and keep everybody's power bill down. People can. There's a lot of places, notably a lot of them in California, saying you can't collect rainwater because it belongs to the state or this town, and it's like it falls from the sky. You don't produce it, you don't get it to my house. God does. You gonna tell me God works for the city of Los Angeles? Fuck off. Besides, if you want to drink the water that comes out of the sky from that city of Los Angeles, it's mostly polluted. But and people have gone to court, and judges kind of look at the representative from whatever town, whatever, and kind of like, are you fucking stupid? It's fucking rain. You don't own the rain. But if it touches the ground, it's not touching the ground. It's going into a water collection system. Just because you can't charge them for the water collection system, it shows that he's trying to save money, help keep his family solvent financially. Things I read and see, they kind of make me go, oh dear God, I can't believe people tried to do this shit. People being government. If you let government get to the point where they think they own everything, it's time for a new fucking government. And I mean, I'm all for law and order. I've said that before. I do believe if you break the law, you should be held accountable for it. But I also believe that no government should have so much power over their citizens where they're basically removing all the freedoms that they have. I don't think anybody should be required to buy any kind of insurance. Car insurance, health insurance, I don't think anybody should be required to do that. That's a personal decision based on their financial solvency. Okay. Because it gives way too much power to insurance companies. And insurance companies pay for these politicians for this to happen. And that's the reason why you see a lot of politicians that are supposed to be only making $50,000 a year. Rather, I think it's like local and state, or about anyway 50 to 100. And they leave office as multimillionaires. Where do you think that fucking money comes from? I notice we get into political discussion. Do you think that Bigfoot is real? They caught him and they wouldn't tell us because it would ruin the Bigfoot shows forever. Do I think Bigfoot is real? I don't know. I don't know. It'd be interesting if they was. I'll tell you that. It'd be interesting if it was. And they wouldn't tell. It's the same thing with like UFOs. You know? Do I think UFOs? Possibly. Maybe. I think we don't know what where we get into the animal, like Loch Ness monsters and that. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Will we ever? I mean, until we actually see one, proof of it, the possibility is there. Granted, there's a lot of hoax out there, but insurance companies are evil. I agree. They stripped my uncle of his money just because he was walking to get his mail, and they cut him off his roller rock. Now, there's two sides to corporations. Okay, there's good corporations and there are bad corporations. But the problem is when you give anybody power of what people have to do, it's a problem. It's a serious problem. Where if you have a corporation tell you you have to buy our product or you're going to get penalized financially for not buying our product, that's a fucking problem. It is. Okay. I don't believe any state should require anybody to buy car insurance because it gives too much power to car insurance companies. I don't think the government should say you have to buy health insurance. No, if you're I'm like one of those people like are on the edge. I'm not in poverty, but I'm just like barely above it as far as like what they say you're at the level of poverty is, because the amount of money I get per year. And they're saying, oh, you got about health insurance. Well, here's the thing with health insurance. Because it's so badly set up, and it is. I was living in one part of my town and was paying $85 for health insurance. Paying out of my own pocket. Good policy. I literally moved 10 miles away from where I was living at and went up by $100. I was paying $185 for the exact same policy. All I did was move 10 miles away. And I'm kind of like going, all I did was move 10 miles away. What changed? Not my level of income, I can tell you that much. And I'm just kind of like going, I don't make any fucking sense. That's because here in America, our national health care system, where it's supposed to be quote unquote free. If anybody tells you something's free, just kind of just point at them, laugh. Oh, you're a moron. Because you think I'm a moron, because I know there's no such thing as free. All right? Okay? But it's one of those things, it's badly set up. It's cheaper to pay for something out of pocket than it is to pay for it through insurance. I mean, I said, like, my chemotherapy, they charge the insurance company hundreds of thousands of dollars for my chemotherapy and my radiation for my cancer. But if I was to pay it out of pocket, I learned this the other day, it would be only $25 $30,000. Something's fucked up there. Something is seriously fucked up. I know it's like you hear like pharmaceutical companies can make medicine. This was like a while ago. It was AIDS medicine, and people discovered it like per pill it was like 3 cents, and the company was going to charge AIDS patients basically 30,000 for per pill. Like I said, something's fucked up there. The Pinkertons were a good company, but woke ruined it. My uncle worked for them for 50 years, but they still spy on him on behalf of insurance. They don't need to pay him out after he fell off his roof fixing his satellite dish. I don't know anything about Pinkertons other than Old West stories. But no, it's you also got to understand people who do insurance fraud. I mean, I just had my Medicare checkup when they checked me to verify that I still can't work and still eligible for disability. Hey, guess what? He still had fucking cancer and he's still a diabetic. Guess what? He still gets disability. His lung is weak. He can't really go outside when it's raining, or else he's going to be coughing for the next 4 weeks. But there's people who try to commit fraud to get disability and Medicare fraudulently, and it's a double side of the same coin. Everybody wants to take advantage of the system and just instead of just use the system correctly. It's like people who get food stamps or SNAP benefits. You see them getting like hundreds. They're getting like $2,000 to $3,000 a month for SNAP because they have 5 fucking kids and they don't want to go to work and all that stuff. And they're getting housing assistance and all this stuff. And they got nice cars. It seems to me they're like your priorities are kind of fucked up. And all of a sudden their benefits got cut and they're just bitching and moaning. I don't want to go to work. Why everybody's supposed to, and there's literally people say, yeah, you guys are supposed to support me because I have 5 kids. No, you're supposed to support yourself. Food stamps and SNAP benefits are not for, it's not supposed to be a lifestyle. It's supposed to be help you, majority of cases, it's supposed to help you to get through a tough time. There's a lot here in America, there's a lot of seniors on food stamps because one, they can't go to work, and what they get retirement benefits when they first got it, yeah, they could support themselves, but the cost of living has gone up, and the cost of living that you get with Social Security isn't shit because guess what else goes up when you get the cost of living increase? Medicare goes up to match the cost of living, so you basically don't get shit. Let's put it this way: I'm supposed to get about $1,400 a month in disability, which no, I can live on $1,400 a month. I can pay all my bills and all that stuff for 14, but 300 of that goes to Medicare. So I live off of $1,100 a month. No one can live off of $1,100. You got to pay rent. You got car insurance, utilities, and by the time I get done paying all that, you know how much I got left for food per month? $150. That's how much I got left for food. $150. And people, I was like, why are you just eating rice? Because that's all I can eat right now. Because I have applied for food stamps, by the way, and I'm $100 above where I can get like $250 a month for food stamps. That will help me, feed myself. But I'm $100 over the poverty line. Well, you go to work. Yeah, if I had a running car and could afford car insurance and all that stuff, yeah, I can go to work, but I can't afford that shit. I can't afford to get my car fixed. I can't afford the car insurance on it. So I had to turn in my tags because the car's not going to be on the road. I can't afford it. I mean, yeah, I could drive illegally, but it's kind of asking for it to get a fucking ticket, to be honest with you. You know, and car insurance, it's like $120. See what I mean? And the last accident I got into wasn't my fault. So once again, why am I being penalized for being a good driver? You know, and it's every government says they're doing stuff to help you, and it turns out they're actually hurting you. Maybe they should stop trying to help you. Maybe that'd be a good place to start. You know? Stop trying to help us. Leave us the fuck alone. You know? Now, I'm all for like affordable healthcare. I am. I really am. I don't think we need anybody telling us. No government. I said this when some people were talking about national health care, especially here in America. They say, you really want the government in charge of your health care? Let's see how many different ways they have fucked up over the history of this country. Hey, you seen the war on drugs? Seen Social Security? And you want them in charge of the healthcare? What the fuck is wrong with you? Just say. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, I place a lot of the blame of the ills of your average American citizen at their government, the federal government. Oh, we want everybody to have health care. Well, maybe you should try to do something to bring down the fucking cost of living that you help increase. Why don't you start there? Because then people can afford to have health care. Why don't you go that route? Instead of penalizing people, they're making a choice between even having food on their table or having a health care. Oh, we need to redistribute wealth. Every time someone says that, someone takes their money out of this country and goes someplace else. All right? But if you bring up the fact that 3 companies control the food in this country, and why aren't they being investigated for the prices of food? Nobody says shit. Put it this way. There's literally one company that owns a lot of the beef farms here in America. They own the company that slaughters the cows and makes the steaks and the hamburger and all that stuff. And they own the company that ships that stuff, that product, to the grocery store. And you go look at a price of a steak or just a price of hamburger. It's like $15 for a pound. And nobody's going, something's fucked up here. And I'm going to put it bluntly, this is not Trump's fault. This has been going on for a decade. This has been going on since Biden. All right? This is something that happened underneath Biden. But there's so many politicians that are getting kickbacks from these companies, and basically they've been bought by these companies. They're not willing to launch an investigation on why truly is our food prices so high. Why truly are water companies are trying to tie in sewer with their water bills and all that stuff. Nobody wants to look at it and say, no, That's just plain fucking wrong. And it's like with the power bill, why is people paying like $300 to $400 power bills? Why hasn't the power grid been upgraded? Because that's what supposedly most of that money is supposed to go to, is to upgrade the power. So no, when a storm comes through, you don't lose fucking power. Just saying. But nobody asks those questions. They just go along with it. People stay silent. It's just, I mean, come on, the public needs to wake the fuck up. Stop going down political party lines. You asked a really hard question. Why is things like this? Why is my food so high? And just look it up and you figure out that's why. Okay, why is my representative, whether they're Democrat, Republican, or independent, not going into whether it be state, whether it be local, state, federal, on the floor going, what the fuck is going on here? Look at this shit. You got one company basically doing all the process to getting these to the grocery store. They own the farm, they own the shipping company, they own the processing plant, and they own the grocery store. Why is the price so fucking high? Is there an actual reason, or are they just doing it to make a profit? I'm all for making a profit. I'm a capitalist all the way. But I'm not for a company going full greed mode and just inflating prices just to inflate prices to make a better profit margin. Now, if you want to do that like with a car, fine. No, that's up to you. Or a fucking video game. If they want to do that, yeah, go for it. Knock yourself out. Doesn't mean we have to buy it. You have to buy food in order to survive. Or you start learning how to fucking hunt and fish. And you start your own vegetable garden. I'll tell you this much. If I had a house and a land, I would have a land where I could hunt, fish, and have my own vegetable garden and all that stuff, and never go to the fucking grocery store. I would butcher my own meat and all that stuff. I would never go to a fucking grocery store. Lay down supplies for the winter. I'd be good. In the summer, go fishing. This means I won't be streaming that much, but still. People don't sit there and look at. They just automatically, oh, it's this politician's fault. It's that politician's fault. Why to blame the politicians? Because they're not addressing the issues. All right, it's like the State of the Union thing. When you got people, the Democrats are sitting there, and Trump is pointing to someone whose family got killed, a daughter, son, whatever, child, and there's people just sitting there don't want to show support and understanding the loss that this family had. Those people can go fuck themselves. I don't particularly like Trump. I think he when he came up with the idea of the tariffs, I took the wait and see approach. Is it going to make things better? I mean, I figure things will be hard for a little while. I'm not going to lie, but I don't see any real improvement. Granted, yeah, he's got a lot of block. People, courts are trying to block him and all that stuff. I think the Supreme Court said he can't do it. It's an economical decision. It's not a law decision, to be honest with you. But that's neither here nor there. It's like telling, oh, you can't close the IRS down. Why? Because you can't. I mean, a lot of stuff that's going on is a bad move. Setting a bad precedent going forward. But the courts are basically, the judicial branch is basically dictating policy. That's not their job. Their job is to enforce the law. They're not supposed to dictate policy. And that's what a lot of courts have been doing lately. You know? The policies should be debated and should be voted on and not go to the court. If the people want tariffs, if they want this plan of Trump's and that's what they want him to do, the court shouldn't be involved because that's the will of the people. The will of the people trumps no pun intended. The will of the people trumps everything else. I'll say this again. There's a lot more American people out there as citizens, not than they are elected officials. And that's what they got to keep in mind. Because the American people eventually will get sick of this shit and they will do something about it. You know? I would say, regardless of when you came to America legally, no, I won't say fuck ICE, by the way. I won't. I won't. If they're arresting people who broke the law, good. That's why they call it illegal immigrants. The key word being illegal. They broke the law. And they need to face the consequences of breaking the law. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying mistakes are not going to happen. But the law needs to be enforced. Because I'll say this again. We do not have the resources to support everybody. There's not unlimited resources. And quite frankly, people who come to this country illegally and are not American citizens should be on the bottom of the rung that get help. The American citizen should get more help than an illegal immigrant. Like I said, we do not have the resources to do what people want us to do. No country in the world has that. Once again, you try to enter a country other than America illegally, you will be arrested, you will be detained, and you will be deported. This is the truth all around the world. Why should America be any different than any other country? I don't get that. I don't get this concept at all. Why should America be any different about illegal immigrants than any other country? I mean, try to enter a Middle Eastern country illegally. They'll fucking shoot you. They're not going to arrest you. They're just going to fucking kill you. And no one raises arms about it. No one gets upset about that. You know? You want to know why they don't get upset about that? Because they're fucking stupid. Because they don't look it up. Oh, they're getting arrested. Well, they go through the process. If they make a mistake, they're going to get released. No one's going into these people's homes and just taking out a gun and go, bam! I'm sorry, that's not happening. Contrary to popular belief. Now, the people who did, unfortunately, people have died because they were threatening or they appeared to be armed. They appear to be a threat to law enforcement, and law enforcement will do what they have to do in order to be going home at night. That's what they're trained for. Not only for public safety, their own safety. If not saying they won't take a bullet for a person that just happens to be walking by and someone pulls a gun and is going to shoot them. Yeah, typically a cop will jump in front of them, and take the bullet for him. All right, but also the cop also wants to be able to go home to his family at the end of the night. That's the reason why they wear a bulletproof vest, and that's the reason why they're going to jump in front of the bullet. It's because they can still pull the gun out and just take care of the problem. That's the full context of a situation. If you appear to be a threat to law enforcement, they'll end the threat. If it comes out it was a mistake later, sorry. But you also have a choice. If a cop tells you to do something, you have two choices. Either do it or don't do it. One way will help make sure that you're alive tomorrow to sit there and go, I was wrongly detained. The other way, you're not. I don't mean to laugh because it's kind of stupid to me. If a cop tells you to get on the ground, put your hands behind your back, the best move is to get on the ground, put your hands behind your back. Because one way or another, you're going to be on the ground. It doesn't make sense to me. Why people are acting like they have a right to throw bricks and threaten bodily harm to law enforcement and think that they're just going to get away with it. You're not going to get away with it. You're not. Because eventually you will be found out. Because if your boss sees you on TV throwing bricks at law enforcement, he's going to look at you and go, oh, someone just got fired. You can lose your job. And I hate to tell you, why was he fired? Because he was threatening law enforcement. They can't say that, by the way. They're allowed to say that. Because he was threatening law enforcement. And the chances of getting another job goes down greatly. That's not illegal for them to say. Because it's all over the fucking news. All you have to say is just watch the news from this date. You understand why. There's a right way and a wrong way to do everything, including protesting. Peaceful protesting has shown to have a long-lasting effect compared to violent protesting. Violent protesting does not change anything. In fact, it just makes things worse. It just typically makes things worse. The Rodney King riots, did it change anything? No. Other than the fact that a large corporation stayed out of those neighborhoods for decades. It didn't change anything. Riots don't change anything. I hate to tell you. Other than the fact that people loot stores. And not talking about like your Walmarts or your Targets. I'm talking about like family-owned stores. People, they have grudges against these stores and they just go throw a brick through and just rob them and absolutely destroy that family-owned store because they had a grudge. They're not doing it out of any civic responsibility. Riots are not about civic responsibility. It's about grabbing what you can and running away with it. It's about violence. It's not about making a change. That's what riots are. It's not about making a change. It's about, I got an opportunity to get back at this person. That's all it is. It doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't. Do I support ICE? I support law enforcement. Yes, I do support ICE. If someone is here, someone broke the law, whether they're just simply here being illegally or they have committed multiple crimes, they need to be arrested, be detained, be deported, or face punishment for their crimes. And then, come back in the right way. A lot of these illegal immigrants have been here for an extended period of time, and there have been many opportunities to become an American citizen. They chose, for whatever reason, not to do it. That is on them. At the end of the day, they had an opportunity to become an American citizen, and they chose not to. That is on them. I mean, I can't make it any clearer than that. If you break the law, you will be punished. Now, I don't agree with people should be upset about the national healthcare system because it was made by a person that didn't understand it, basically the average American citizen and their financial well-being. It was a socialist move. It gave more. It was supposed to help people, quote unquote, but who did it really help? It helped the insurance companies. That's what socialism does. It doesn't help people. It helps corporations. That's why Bernie Sanders is a bought and paid for representative in Congress. He's owned by insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies. He doesn't have your best interests at heart. He's bought and paid for. He's a multi-millionaire. He has a larger carbon footprint than most small towns. He owns 3 houses. He's a multi-millionaire. How did he become a multi-millionaire? Granted, he's been in Washington longer than the fucking dinosaurs. Oh, Bernie's a wonderful guy. No, he isn't. He isn't. He's paid. He's been bought. He has been bought by insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies. All you got to do is look at who contribute to his campaigns and who they work for, and you'll find out he's owned by insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies. He doesn't have your best interests at heart. He's a socialist. Socialism is taking the power out of the hands of the people and giving all that power to corporations and politicians. That's what socialism is. That's all it is. Because if you want a really good national health care, you say, this is how much you're going to charge for insurance. Period. This is how much you're going to charge for medical procedures. Period. Like I said, I moved 10 miles away and my health insurance went up by $100. How does that make any fucking sense? But that's Bernie Sanders for you. He made sure the people who paid for his campaigns got their fucking money, didn't they? And they made sure he got his fucking money. And it's all the American people's money. So, way to go, dude. Way to go. So you can hug Sanders as much as you want. Just remember, he's going to stick his hand in your pocket and take all your money out of it. So you can't buy food, you can't pay for housing and all that stuff. Just remember, that's what he's actually all about. Oh, like I said, you just got to look at who contributes to his campaigns and everything and who they work for. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Because that's public knowledge. He has to release to the public who contributes to his campaigns. Every person elected has to make it known who donated money to their campaigns. And you can find out who they work for and all that stuff. And then you can know who's really. United Healthcare owns Bernie Sanders. They own his ass. You don't understand how many board members of United Healthcare have contributed to Bernie Sanders staying in Washington. Johnson & Johnson, a large pharmaceutical company, they own Bernie Sanders. Filzner owns Bernie Sanders. So why the fuck are you guys listening to him about healthcare? Don't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The solar power and the wind turbine people, just look at everybody pushing the green bill and who actually owns them. Because they're not doing it for the American people. They're doing it so they can, for these companies, so they can get their kickbacks. Just saying. I mean, Elon Musk is a big proponent of green energy, the Tesla and all that, electric vehicles. But Elon Musk has to admit that our power grid cannot support all the electric cars needed for every American family. They just can't support them. What do you think having a charging station installed in your place of residence is like $30,000? Because they have to make adjustments to the power grid. This is not that hard to understand. Granted, if the Democrats really wanted the electric vehicles, they should have kept their fucking nose out of it when California was trying to force electric cars and all that. But this was something that happened in late 80s, early 90s, and people loved those electric cars. But thanks to Bill Clinton and the Democrats, they forced that out because they were bought and paid for by Ford, GM, Hyundai, Toyota, oil companies. That's who really controlled that. All you gotta do is a little research and figure out who's actually paying for stuff and who's actually trying to dictate how your life should be. You know? And now we're here almost 20 years later trying to change everything. Well, 20 years ago, you could change everything and really make a change, and you chose to get that fucking check from that auto, automotive plant or automotive company or that oil company. You just remember that. Just remember that. Don't believe a fucking politician, especially if they say they're doing it for your own interest. They're not doing it for your interest. They're doing it for out of the interest of who's ever paying them. Don't trust politicians. You're all scumbags. I'll be back. I gotta go do old man stuff real fast. drink. My last one. Fill my water. Is this still on? Okay. I want to stand up for a minute. Stretch my legs and all that happy stuff. Stir my drink. Hopefully my check comes in. That way I can buy coffee. I realize I'm more addicted to coffee than I am to cigarettes. Yeah, I mean, there's no real set thing I wanted to talk about tonight, this morning. In fact, I just felt like streaming and just yapping. I mean, I may play a game here in a little bit. I don't know. Ooh, that's got a kick. That cran grape has got a real good kick. But yeah, don't trust politicians. They're scumbags. Only thing they're concerned about is staying in power and who's going to give them the most money. It's been that way for decades. And now they're just trying to hide it better and just trying to wrap it up in a nice little bow and say, "Oh, we're doing this for you." No, you're not. I don't trust anybody who says, "We're doing this for you." No, fuck you. Yeah, right. You know? Don't ever trust a politician. We're going to do this, and it's going to be free. No, it isn't. That should be your first response is, no, it isn't. It's not free. It's never fucking free. And I forgot to take my medicine last night. I'll do it tonight. Yeah, I was supposed to take my Zipic. Yeah. No, I did I take my Zipic? Yeah, I did take my Zipic. Okay, that's not that bad. It's actually a good thing I probably didn't take my medicine because my glucose has been really low. And probably best that I didn't take it. No. Okay. Stretch. No, I mean, I get in these moods when I need to feel like just yap about shit and it just goes all over the place. No, there's no real rhyme and reason why for streams like this. I mean, a lot of my content is based on VTubers. I know that. I mean, a lot of you come here sometimes to hear me talk about VTubers or show VTuber clips, and I love doing it. I love it. I mean, it's fun, and it enjoys, it relaxes me, and I have a good time doing it. But sometimes I feel a need to do something like this. You know, especially when I can't sleep because I got my insomnia's back. And I don't want to take sleeping pills because I don't want to get addicted to sleeping pills. And I can't afford alcohol, so I would be drinking right. I only started drinking last 9 o'clock last night, and I'll probably be like zonked. Drinking means 2 glasses of alcohol. I'll be out. You know, I'm a featherweight when it comes to alcohol, really, because I don't drink that often, and I don't have a high tolerance for alcohol. So if I have 2 glasses, I'm good. I get that comfortable buzz, and I kind of like hanging there, the comfortable buzz when I have to drink alcohol. But hold on, what the fuck's going on? Oh, I thought okay. I don't know who Candace Owens is. Yeah, I do. I don't really care about her. Okay, let me sit back down since I got used to my mouse. I gotta double check to see if my mic is still working. Ugh. Gotta readjust my mic. I'm sorry if you're hearing all the squeaks in there. Candid zones. What's going on? Yeah. Uh, no, it's been American policy to support Israel for a long time. And Jesus Christ. Uh, okay. Whoever she is, I don't really follow that shit. What's else going on? Yeah. Weird thing is all 90, that's not just 90 kids. Kids from 80s and 70s were doing that shit long before the 90s. I hate to tell you all that. I love having this discussion about, hey, anime has been around since the 2000. Bullshit. I was watching the anime in the 70s, people. All you newcomers to anime, you're just a bunch of fucking tourists. uh, uh, Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Some no, this I get to the point where I really just want to block people for all the political shit they post on my timeline on Twitter. Uh, okay. Yeah, kick. Yeah, I gotta do a VTuber highlights about her. New York sues Val over loot boxes as illegal gambling. Okay. Twitch introduces target bans and ends combined chat penalty. Okay, I was use feature specific suspensions for minor violation like streaming bans that block going live till but allow watching and chatting elsewhere, or chatting bans that stop messaging but let streaming continue. CEO Dan Clancy also left restrictions on showing combined chats from YouTube and Kick alongside Twitch chat, a move multi-streamers like Shady Penguin, okay, celebrate after years of frustration. Streamer Nutty called it a huge relief, though some critics question the past inconsistency enforcement on small creators. Uh, Once again, I'll never stream on Twitch because they're a fucking horrible platform. Not that YouTube's
then we were issuing warnings. And that was what happened recently. In this, this is something that in most cases, we had not been proactively managing or policing putting combined chat on screen, but it was the case that if a report was made, then we were issuing warnings. And that was what happened recently for Gigook. And I don't think, in hindsight, we've definitely heard the feedback. And so to be clear, we are updating our enforcement guidelines to make sure we are not issuing enforcement actions for integrating combined chat on the video from your stream, such as what happened with Gigook and what he was doing when he received the warning. Now, it's important to note the streamer is still taking responsibility for what happens in the chat from third-party platforms since we don't control that. So sorry about the confusion. Thanks for the feedback. In this,
Here's some feedback. Why don't you stop trying to dance with 20-year-olds? God, you look like my fucking grandfather. And now I'm old. You look positively fucking ancient. I'm just being honest with you, Mr. Clancy. And hey, how about you just enforce your TOS fairly? There's something else you could do. Just being honest with you. You can enforce your TOS fairly. Why don't you start doing that? And this is not about Hassan either. Across the board. You're going to have a terms of service, enforce it fairly. But, you're just like another fucking politician. You're a scumbag. You're not interested in being fair or doing what's right. You're more interested about who's making you money and to keep your job. Twitch has never shown a profit, by the way. Never. Amazon bought them as a tax write-off. That's the only reason they bought Twitch is the tax write-off. Once again, Google bought YouTube. Basically, it's a tax write-off because YouTube don't make Google any money, to be honest with you. It does, it's this very small amount. Oh, shit. What the fuck? That didn't work out well. Trying to roll a cigarette. Stop. Yeah, I gotta torture my lungs somewhere. That's why you hear me cutting his paper. Hey, everybody has to have a vice. At least my vice is just like smoking and really want to get back to drinking coffee because I really want some caffeine. The caffeine headache I had for the last few days because I haven't drank any coffee or have anything caffeinated. It's been really fucking bad. Well, it's mostly gone, but still, it was really fucking bad. Learn my lesson. I can definitely make sure I got fucking coffee. Okay. Yeah, tobacco on the tongue. Yeah. Why do you smoke? Well, because heroin's too expensive. That was a joke. Not serious. Man, it looks like I'm rolling a doobie. If you don't know what a doobie is. And I don't mean the VTuber either. I feel good. You got a cigarette at least. Let's go back here. Yeah, Twitch is a god awful platform. Hey, don't hurt animals unless you make us a shit ton of money. Just saying. And your politics align with ours. Then go to town. Okay. And yeah, I guess I better do a VTuber highlights of her. I mean, I did cover her drama, the Dora Bunny drama with her, but that's the kind of reason I kind of try to avoid doing that. No. Can we please not? There's no definitive answer about any of these people. They appear in file. No. It's been shown that Epstein was trying to blackmail people. I mean, a lot of these names that appear in, I don't particularly like because I think they're awful people. To be honest with you, a lot of these celebrities. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions that they did something. There has been no real evidence shown that they did something. There's been a lot of things about satanic worship and all this stuff, and eating dead babies and stuff like that. Things I don't really care about. I mean, I do care about. It's just like if you get law enforcement involved, and you got people arrested. DB following explains what the numbers on her name. Okay, let's quickly. It's a short little thing. Let's watch that real fast, just so I can get like a palate cleanser here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Discord update? Yeah. I had Nitro, but I canceled my Discord Nitro. And then I saw, like, people were making fun of others on Twitter. They're like, you pay for Discord Nitro for animated GIFs? What the heck? That's embarrassing. And it had, like, a ton of likes. Like 70,000 or something crazy. Ow. And I've been trying to get rid of my check mark on Twitter, but I can't. I had paid for like a year or something. Now it's stuck there. So I changed my name.
Okay, that's the only reason why she's doing it. All right. Interesting. That's interesting. That's the only reason why she did it. Okay. All right. All right. Not watching any food shorts. Mint looking up Doki. Yeah. I will say this. No, we went past all this stuff that one stream, and I want to comment on it. I see. Um, I foresee within a year from now that certain collabs were going to happen again. You know, I foresee that. Let me just say that. Mhm. Yeah, that was funny. Bay, Bay doesn't like being touched, so anybody who tries to touch her, or someone tries to touch her, she freaks out. So it's funny. It shows her arrow. Okay. Oh, it's a little taste of what the feel good stream is like. All right.
Guys, listen. Everybody. I think I've got it. I think I finally nailed it. I think I finally have the sound. You have to listen, okay? Everybody gather. Everybody gather and listen, please. Okay. Here I go.
All right.
She's really good.
It's so much fun. She's so much fun. Uh, 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 um, hey, no, the funny thing is, since I have stayed away from VTuber drama tubers, really. I mean, I watch some of Mama Oko stuff because he doesn't strictly stick with the VTuber drama. He covers a lot of drama that's not VTuber related, but I kind of will watch. But as far like people covering VTuber, I kind of stay away from. I've been staying away from ever since I started covering it because I don't want them. They're stay. Ah, tobacco on the tongue. I still can't figure out who this is. That one, I listened to it. I can't figure out who it is. Even if I did figure out who it is, I wouldn't tell you. Mm-hmm. If you haven't, this Jacob Knowles, he's a lobster fisherman. I watch his videos a lot because it's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these survival shows were fake other than Survivor Man. Hope Boss is doing okay. All right. Let's play a game. We're gonna play Repo. A little bit of Repo. Let me get the. Well, I gotta minimize everything. Oh, I didn't know just OBS does that. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna play Repo. Once it's fired up here, I'll play it. Get you all over there. Waiting for it to load. No. Oh shit. Well, that's okay. I launched my soundboard. Sorry. Here it is. Let me get that closed out. There it is. I hear it. Come on. Right. Let me close it. Quit. All right. Let me get you guys over to the game. All right. Nope. I want that to stay. I want this to go away. There we are. Get that out of the way. All right. Just gonna play a little bit of repo. Get me from like going off on another tangent about this, that, and other thing. I'm sure I'm gonna be canceled saying I support ICE, but I support law enforcement, so fucking care. People get pissed at me. Not really something that bothers me. All right. No, you should put this like off to somewhere else. All right. I don't remember what I have. All right. All right. Probably gonna die here real fast. Typically, that's what happens. All right, let's go up here. See what's up here. Anything behind the door? Nope. All right. Oh, fuck, I got the goddamn stalker. And no place to hide. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I see you. Come on. Turn you around. Yeah, there we go. That's one way to take care of a stalker. Ah, shit. Excuse me. Oh, fuck off. 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 Thank God. You fucking dog. Oh, shit. Moves pretty fast. Fuck it. Run. Huh? No, so long as they didn't hurt me. All right. Actually, I probably should go recharge that. Oh. That's recharged. This is typically what I've been doing, getting up, waking up in the middle of the night and playing a little bit of repo until like, I can go to sleep now. Yay. there something else over here? Oh. 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 Okay. Why? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Let's bring this back to. All right. Drop this stuff off. Out of there. All right, here we are. All right. Okay. Fine. Here we are. I don't care if you stand up. Get out of the goddamn cart, will you? Thank you. Fine. Since we got this, we can recharge it. Right here. All right. Mm-hmm. You over here. Yep, we're over here. All right. Okay. Did I get everything out here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, shut right there. Anything up here? Oh, what the hell? Can't lift that. Oh, I can't. All right. All right. Right. Just- Fuck. I need to do that. Actually, come here. Actually, yeah, put you right there. Okay, okay, come here, you. Don't fucking do that. Hey, come over here. You come down like this. Yeah, okay, there you go. Just slide down the steps. Go down the steps. Please go down the steps. So, fuck. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. Do it this way. Come here. Turn the corner. Fuck it. Come on. Yeah, I know I'm losing a lot of money. I'm gonna get this guy. I never got. Oh, jeez. At least I accomplished that. I just need to bring the cart back over here. Mm-hmm. There. Surprised the stalker hasn't come back. Maybe he's afraid of my big ass gun. Get you over a little bit more. Come on. Nope. God, this is a pain in the ass. Okay, come on. Just, yeah, just. Whoa. Okay. There, just stand in there, please. What we got over here? Okay, that didn't work. Just these, as long as those don't fall out and break, we're fine. All right. Please don't break. Please don't. Oh, fuck. I hate that fucking dog so much. Oh, fuck. No. Best bet's just to stay right here. Keep my finger on the trigger, you know? It's gonna show up pretty soon. Well, I broke the vase. Did I get her? Ooh, there's an orb. Whoa. I got her. Where did she get? I just want to take the cart with me. Is that everything? Yep. 500. What's 500? Oh. Just need 2,000. Oh, by the way, you can't really play this with a light overhead. All right. I'll go straight. Or, oh, there it is. Boy, that knocked her very far away. All right, we're good now. I love my little mini cannon. This one-shot kill sucker's best thing in the world. All right. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Ah, got away from her. That's the first time I got away from her. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever beaten a level with the stalker. Yeah. You saw history in the making here, folks. You gonna finally give me the fucking shotgun? That's really what I want. Let's see. Really nothing there I want. I get super reach here. Yeah, I'm just taking all this. Sure, why not? Except for the battery thing, which is kind of pointless. I don't know why you would. No. Because you're dead. In a single player, it doesn't make sense to even have that rare. Super reach. Oh, fine. I'll take it just for shits and giggles. All right. All right. Boom. Boom. Speed 5. How much strength do I have now? 2. Alright. Where are we going? Let's let the Headsman Manor again. Oh, the museum. I never got past level 4. Just saying. Oh, got 11,000. Let's see what we got. Apparently we're not gonna go that one. Anything down in here? Sometimes there's stuff down here. Nope. Okay. Anything over here? Nope. Anything over there? Nope. There's stuff up there. Alright. Okay, we got a review over here. I think like this would be... That'd be a good spot. Fuck. 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 Alright. That's one way to get it in here. Ah, fuck. Wow. I forgot about this. There's a lot of stuff up there. Jeez. Alright. Okay. Oh, fuck. Stop it. Ah, shit. Right. Yeah. Ow. Apparently that hurts. I'm not very good at parkour. I should be because all the Minecraft I've played. Okay. Right. Fuck. Get the blender up here. Ah. Okay. Put it right back. I have to pull you out, ain't I? sir. That was kind of worth it. Right, which we go this way. Note over here. Nope. Right. Right. We got one entrance over there. We got one entrance over there. So we're gonna kind of just set you right there. Oh, whatever. Oh, something right there. We want to go that way. Right. You did that damn thing. Thank you. All right. Should be enough. We only have to do 11. Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, thank you. Right. Anything up here? Giant baby heads up here. Oh, the tooth is up here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna be shot from here. That wasn't a good idea. That's one way to get it down. Just drop this damn thing. Oh, fuck. I didn't really need this. Just have a... Oh, yeah, okay. You can just chill out right here. See who shows up until this guy goes away. I hate the vomit guy. You just go away. Oh, it's him. Crossbuckle. Fuck. I hate this guy. So much. He's so aggravating. Say anything better. Thank you, asshole. There you go. It's over there. What'd you go over there for? Let me go recharge you. Yeah, you're always who's over here. Yeah, that we're close to it. Oh, right here. Yep, there it is. Got it there. Let's try that shotgun though. baby head. We'll hold off on the baby head for right now. Trying to see. There's that. All right. Well, I guess I'll grab that up here. There you are. Hold on, let me pull you out. Let me pull you out, pull you out. I'll grab the baby head. He's up there. Don't worry about him being up there. Just stay up there for all I care. Fuck, these guys gonna come right here now. Look real fast. Ooh. Not one of those. Son of a bitch. I don't care. I'm gonna go up here and look. Yeah, puke as much as you want. Yeah, regurgitate, regurgitate. Is there anything up here? Yeah, I just want to wait for him to fly into the laser beam. any fucking day now. There's nothing up here. I don't want to kill that little fucker. Right. There's something of note in here. Now I gotta get 7,000 more. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna leave that there. I gotta find the other extraction point. It's a place for you to be. Up here. Okay. Oh. Oh, I hear it. It's up there. All right. Oh. Okay. I know what I gotta do. It's just a question if I can do it. This big boy wants to show himself. Where was that thing? Oh, there he is. Fuck. Asshole. Give me back my... Didn't die? Oh, there he is. That should do it. Don't have to worry about getting the golden turd. That turned out to be incredibly useful, the big red dude. Mr. Bamboo... Bamboo... yeah, monkey ass. Red monkey ass. Yeah, let's go with that. Shit. That guy to move. Let's see if he's still in there. Yeah, he's still in there. He's coming this way. Of course he is. He just can't make it fucking easy. Yeah, all 3 checkpoints. Fuck. Don't be going the wrong way. I go. What the? It's going the right way. Better get a fucking gun. Pulse rifle, shotgun. That would be really good at this point. look like I'm gonna get a fucking gun though. Oh, you have crystals. Alright, let's see what we got. Got the stun stick. Which, all in all, it's not that helpful. Yeah, replace what we used. Really? Oh, zero gravity orb is always kind of nice. I've been helpful a few times. Right. I haven't got a handgun or shotgun or anything like that. Alright. Okay. Well, hell, I can practically reach across the room with this thing now. I'm slowly becoming OP. Kind of wish I gotten some strength here, you know. Oh, yeah, strength 2. Strength 4 would be nice. Just saying. What's this? I mean, the indestructible drone would be nice. I have more stamina than... I'm not going to complete that thought. Once I get these level ups, I'm gonna leave the game. Because I kind of achieved what I wanted to achieve. I got past level 4 solo. Yeah, I don't think I will get the indestructible drone. Don't know how that happened. I kind of want that indestructible. Move you out of the way. Oh, gotta recharge you. Right, put you back down. And I want you at 3. Is that everybody? Okay. Hitting the road. Alright. Level 5. Yeah, we're gonna just close this out. I just want to play it for a few minutes, to be honest with you. Alright. Alright, here we are. Waiting room. Anything of note happened? Notifications. Boss. It's never doom scroll. Stop it. Get help. Okay. All right. All right. I don't really think a VTuber is going to be promoting a tobacco product, but hey, whatever. Whatever. That was loud. God, that was funny. I only slept for 3 hours today. Wow. What the fuck? I had to sleep for 14 hours. And Keela, well, if I pass out for a week, you can jerk off by yourself tomorrow night, right? How quick are you trying to listen to this English properly? Seriously. Oh god, that's so freaking that's so funny. That's so funny. Jesus Christ. Things you see at the early mornings of X. Ugh. Okay. It is fucking amazing. Well, there is. It doesn't. Ah. All right, what we got? Oh. Oh. Now I'm actually getting tired. Probably go lay down here in a second. That was funny. That was so fucking funny. I'm sorry. No. Yes, I'm going to do this. Alright, say that. Yeah, water. Yeah, it's just so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. Oh, that's just ultimately. That's just that makes me that makes me so happy. uh, I mean, I'm almost tempted to make this my new wallpaper. Oh, that's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Uh, yeah, amazing. That's just amazing. Just so amazing. I'm gonna even like it myself. Okay. I'm gonna move picture for this. We gotta show it later today. That's so funny. That is so funny. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I I need to get away from that because I'm gonna sit here and laugh at it for a long time. Uh, I'm thinking about doing it Uniguri VTuber highlights, but I'm not sure about it because her videos are very long. It's like her cooking videos are standalone videos are very long. Why is the fish sticking to the top of the thing? That's what I want. Yeah, I gotta watch it. Seriously? Why can't these people just cook normally? You know? I'm surprised they're not flipping the knife around shit. Alright. You're supposed to grind, you're supposed to pound. It's dry. Couldn't you just crumble it? What's the point with the fucking leaves? Alright. Okay. What's with the Stein? Okay. You could just push it down and the garlic cloves would come out. Alright. Okay. I approve of that. Well, at least he didn't slurp the lobster. You know? I can't stand that. You don't know how much that bothers me. That guy just eating lobster and going... Oh, yeah. I mean, those are spiny lobsters or rock lobsters. It just, depends on what part of the world you go to. Obviously, they're dead. And frozen, by the way. Ooh, look at that umami. Please don't. All right. You gonna take the other one out? It looks like it's done. Oh, never mind. Wait, if they're cooked, why are you putting them on the grill? All right. I'm sure there's a reason. What's that stuff? What's that stuff? All right. I mean, I'm just trying to see why they put it on the grill if it's already cooked. All right. Okay. Do you really need to add more salt? If it's got butter on it? I mean, butter has a lot of salt in it. Once again, lobster. Salt water. It has salt in it. This shit annoys the fuck out of me. That annoys the fuck out of me. Why are you dunking it in the sauce? It's not even out of the fucking shell yet. What's the point? It's not getting into the meat. Once again, what's the point? It's not getting into the fucking meat. Well, yeah, whatever. Don't put a whole bunch of sauce on top of that. All that's good without sauce on top of it. All that's, yeah, that's all that real good. Tastes fine without eating butter or anything like that. It's got octopus. Oh. Once again, it's in the fucking shell. What's the point? Once again, it's in the fucking shell. What's the point? Once again, it's in the fucking shell. What's the point? I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. It's in the shell. Why are you pouring shit on top of the shell? It's not gonna soak into the meat that way. I'm just sorry. Why don't people eat? What? Pelco? I didn't even heard.
Your pond is doomed. These are plecos, also
Pleco.
known as suckerfish. They have spread across ponds, rivers, and lakes, frustrating locals. Sometimes villagers have to pull them out to keep balance in fish farms. So why are they so hated? Plecos come from the Amazon River and belong to the armored catfish family. They eat everything: fish waste, algae, tiny crustaceans, and debris in the water. Sounds useful, right? That's why they are nicknamed tank cleaners. But the problem is they are incredibly tough. They survive in dirty, low-oxygen water, and their hard scales protect them from predators. Even fierce fish like snakeheads or salmon won't touch them. As a few plecos appear, they quickly take over the entire pond. Why not eat them to reduce their numbers? The truth is, their meat tastes bad, tough, bony, and muddy. Even people who love fish dishes avoid them like the plague. So if you catch one, don't throw it back. The only way is to leave it on land under the sun until it dies. That's the only solution to stop these invaders from taking over. Once they appear, your pond is doomed.
Okay. Take it to one of those Cajun places. They'll pour sauce all over it. Just frozen lake, fresh air, wild trout. All right. If you're using a mallet, that's not your bare hands. Let's see. Let's see. That's not your bare hands. That's using a mallet. Sorry to tell you, that's not your bare hands. What you got crap all over your hands for? All right. All right. That's the whole point of that. All right, whatever. This is why you should never touch a penguin. Okay, I'm interested.
Here's why you should never touch a penguin like you would pet a cat. This photographer didn't even move when a wild Antarctic penguin approached him. Even when the penguin jumped on his body, he didn't push it away. And the reason isn't fear. It's because of nature's law. Penguins must never be touched by humans. Even if a penguin walks right up to you, you have to stay still and wait until it walks away on its own. Here's why penguins have a natural waterproof oil on their feathers. That oil keeps them warm and alive in freezing temperatures. If a human touches them, that oil can get wiped off, and when they dive back into icy water, they could lose body heat and freeze to death. Worse, if a penguin gets contaminated with human scent or bacteria, it could be rejected by its colony or even infected with human diseases. But here's the crazy part. Penguins aren't afraid of humans at all. In Antarctica, they're the only animals that walk upright on two legs just like us. So when they see people, they actually think we're one of them. Here's why you should never touch a penguin like you would pet.
That was interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, learned something. Yeah, now we're looking at watching shorts. Never agree by Battlefield, the shell of... Oh, whatever. All right.
You order lobster, you get lobster, right? Not always.
Watch how this woman exposes Red Lobster.
At Red Lobster, the largest seafood chain in America, we tested the lobster bisque and scooped out the meat. Then we sent it off to a lab. According to the lab, the lobster in one sample was actually langostino. This is a langostino, and it looks nothing like a lobster. The lobster in their lobster roll came back as this guy, whiting, a much cheaper fish that certainly doesn't look like lobster. You order lobster, you get lobster, right?
Okay.
Not always.
Watch how this woman exposes Red Lobster.
All right. Never pick up. All right. Why?
YouTube is banning me for this video, and it has to be the lamest reason I've ever heard. So I've been doing this series where I make meals for the homeless here in Memphis, right? And for this video, I decided to make chili. I added a couple sensu beans for speedy recovery. And I guess enough people filed a complaint about there being beans in the chili. Allegedly, around 700,000 million people got their jimmies rustled. I don't know if it's because the beans are brown or what, but I will be fighting back and destroying anyone who's been involved. I will find you, straight John Wick style. YouTube is banning me for this video.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to put beans. What's wrong with having beans in chili? I mean, I don't understand this. Apple. Okay.
This is one of the unluckiest abalones in the world. The moment it is caught, it is placed by a Japanese chef directly onto a hot steel plate. Intense heat transfers from the metal surface into the abalone's body. During this process, the chef pours strong white liquor over the abalone to remove the slime and enhance its aroma. This Japanese awabi abalone is not only incredibly tender, but also rich in flavor. It grows in extremely harsh conditions and takes at least 10 years to reach this size. That is why enjoying this dish at a 5-star restaurant in Japan can cost you an entire month's salary. The chef removes the inedible parts of the abalone. He then scores delicate diamond-shaped cuts across the surface, giving the abalone a refined and elegant appearance. After that, the abalone is gently pan-fried over low heat until fully cooked, ensuring the best tenderness and flavor. The cooked abalone is sliced into small pieces, while the abalone liver, one of the most prized parts, is continuously sautéed in butter until golden. The dish is beautifully presented on fine porcelain with seaweed, layered with abalone meat and liver, and finished with fragrant garlic butter sauce. Elegant presentation, a luxurious dining atmosphere, and attentive service complete the experience. Would you dare to try it? This is one of the
Of course.
tastiest abalone.
I don't see any reason why not. It's just a clam. Alright, Domino's gave you infinite pizza if you had this. I think Domino's should give you infinite pizza if you just eat a regular Domino's pizza, because it's disgusting.
100 free pizzas every year for life to anyone who tattooed the Domino's logo on their body. And yes, they were serious. In 2018, Domino's Russia launched the campaign thinking maybe a handful of die-hard fans would actually do it. To qualify, you had to permanently tattoo the official logo somewhere visible on your body, post it online with their hashtag, and get approved. In return, you'd receive 100 free pizzas every single year for life. They expected maybe 10 people, but instead, tattoo studios started filling up. Dozens turned into hundreds within days. People were literally branding themselves for pizza. Domino's panicked and quickly updated the rules and capped the offer at 350 participants because the numbers were spiraling. And just like that, 350 people secured a lifetime pizza subscription with ink they can never remove. All for a deal they thought no one would take.
Domino's pizza is disgusting. I'm sorry, it's just disgusting. It's just weak. It's just, I don't know how people like Domino's pizza. So, once again, all Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, CC's, Mario's, Little Caesar all get their ingredients from the same place. So if you go order pizza from these other places, you're basically just getting Little Caesar pizza. Just saying. The only thing that's different is the dough. But no. Salt baked crab in Malaysia. Okay, let's see.
No? Okay, well, whatever. You just ruined my video. I came all the way from Canada just to view this.
Okay.
See the view now.
Guys, this way, everyone gets a ticket. You must return all tickets back when you leave. Guys, move all the way down.
This is what happened. Influencers get too involved in this. Yeah, because Texas barbecue is better.
Can I have one pastrami melt and one corned beef melt? You don't do melt. No? Okay, well, whatever. Reuben or you want? Yeah, sure. Reuben is sauerkraut and Swiss cheese melted in the microwave. Yeah, so one pastrami and one corned beef. Oh, I thought I saw on the menu. It's not on the menu. No? Okay. You just ruined my video. Oh, so thank
By the way, I don't like sauerkraut.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I don't like sauerkraut. Now I'm fine with pickles on their own, but don't put them on sandwiches.
Here we are at Cat's Delicatessen. We got ourselves a pastrami, like a Reuben. Here we go. Let's get it. Came all the way from Canada just for this. You don't do milk. No? Okay, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I get it. It's a famous place and all that stuff. All right, but it's like once again, I don't like sauerkraut. But I wouldn't go there. But yeah, I do like this guy's videos a lot.
Kevin Hart just opened a restaurant in LA where they serve vegan chicken sandwiches and burgers that apparently taste like real meat. If this actually tastes like chicken, I'm gonna be shocked. When I walked in, I said hi to Kevin Hart and immediately placed my order. I got the signature burger, a deluxe chicken sandwich, and a side of fries. Now, as I waited, I admired the pretty nice interior, which basically had a higher end fast food style. Oh, and I also got a soda since they apparently make them all from scratch. But a few minutes later, I got the food, so now it's time to try it. Starting with the fries that cost $4.50, and they actually threw in some tater tots as well. All right, both of these are really good. But now for the meat. That definitely looks like a real cheeseburger. It cost $14. Let's see how it tastes. There's kind of something off about it. It definitely doesn't taste like real meat. 5 out of 10. But this is the really famous one. The chicken sandwich. It does look really crispy. It costs $9.50. And after a bite, whoa. All right, I did not expect that. It's got like that bite that chicken has. If you could see it up close, it also has like a very similar texture. 7 out of 10. Kevin Hart just opened a restaurant in LA where they serve vegan chicken sandwiches and
Just saying. Just get the real thing.
After this guy found a Waffle House menu from 2009, he came across the craziest realization.
And listen, if anyone tells you that inflation isn't that bad, that the prices aren't that high, that like, oh, things are not as bad, bro, this is a Waffle House menu from 2009. An all-star meal was $5.99. $5.99. The 780 was crossed out because that was expensive. $5.99. That got you 2 eggs, 4 slices of toast, grits or hash brown, your choice of biscuit and gravy. I don't even think that they have biscuits and gravy anymore. You could add $1.25 for some coffee. It came with the sausages. Dude, they had a dollar menu? What is...
But do you remember these times? After this guy found a Waffle House menu from 2009, he came across the craziest...
Yeah. Once again, that's what happens when you have 3 companies controlling all the food in the country. Inflation happens for a reason, okay? And you can say the Federal Reserves and all that stuff, but there's a way to combat inflation. One, corporations themselves can do it. They can just say, okay, we're going to take a little bit of a hit, but we'll sell more product at a lower price, and we'll make money. It's the old adage. Do you want to sell 10 glasses of a lemonade for $100 to 10 people? Or do you want to sell 1 million glasses of lemonade to 1 million people and they keep on coming back? No difference in a lemonade. It's the same lemonade. No, it's just one of those things. It's just how to operate your business on a smart level to get your product to as many people as you possibly can, because more people talk about your product, the more sales you have. The more sales you have, the more profits you have. Nowadays, as everybody wants to jack up their prices for various reasons, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to keep my prices low, keep my overhead low, and That way I can cover the cost of whatever ingredients I have. And that way I can sell more product. Of course it's going to be better than McDonald's. All right. Educate me, buddy.
Difference between a Maryland blue crab and a Maryland softshell crab. As the names imply, a hardshell crab, the entire shell is hard and not edible. You would have to pick the crab through the apron, open it up, and pick out the meat. A softshell crab, like the name implies, the entire crab is soft. So right after molting, they catch it, and thus it's entirely soft. So it's definitely very time sensitive to catch these. They're 100% a Maryland delicacy. So the entire crab is edible. However, you do have to clean it first. To clean it, you just remove the apron. You want to deface it, and then you want to open up the shell and remove the gills. So in terms of cooking a hard shell crab, ideally if you're in Maryland, you want to steam these, okay? A soft shell crab, ideally you want to deep fry them or you can saute them. In the first clip, you did see us deep fry it. Now that we know the differences, I'm going to show you how to pick a Maryland blue crab like a professional. So you get to this point, snap it in half. Now we're going to go ahead and make a small crack at the knuckles of the crab. What's the difference between a Maryland blue crab and a Maryland soft shell crab?
I had social crab. They're really good. Oh, I mean, I do love seafood. If I can afford it, I'll be eating seafood pretty much like three days out of the week. No. Waterfall fried chicken. Oh, Jesus. Pizza got so big it broke Pizza Hut. Whatever. Once again, Pizza Hut. Pizza is disgusting.
Pizza Hut released a pizza so huge they named it the Bigfoot. It was a massive 12 by 24-inch rectangular pizza with 21 slices.
I remember this.
Special sourdough crust. Pizza Hut advertised it as a pizza meant for a whole party group, which cost only $10. Ran an ad campaign with a cartoon Sasquatch and even used a blimp to promote it. But the pizza had problems. The dough tore easily, and delivering it was a nightmare. After a few years, the Bigfoot was discontinued, but it became one of Pizza Hut's most legendary creations. In the early 90s, Pizza Hut released a pizza so huge they named it the Bigfoot. It was a massive 12 by...
It was soggy as fuck, too. Just saying. Almost like your typical New York pizza. Alright. Okay.
When you first started that channel, when you look at your other videos, you are doing, before Leon Lobster,
yes, I know exactly where you're going.
Engine repair.
Right.
And everything opened up, a film by Brady Brandwood, and it was always interesting. You never showed your face. This is like the first time we're seeing this guy's face.
It's like Banksy revealed.
So it is. He's all, right? And then 23 million views on you going to the Publix and buying a lobster.
Luckiest lobster to ever live.
And I don't know what the formula of that is, but it touched something in a lot of people. That's the cool thing about YouTube is you can put it out there, and if it sings to enough people, you know.
I love that series.
Yeah. Without any executives.
For musicians and for actors and for filmmakers, is you don't need those assholes. You can just do something that you know, I know this is good. I'm going to put it out there.
Absolutely.
When you first started that channel, when you look at your other videos, you are...
Yes, some nice liquor back there, too. Yeah, if you haven't seen Leon the Lobster, go ahead. You don't know what you're missing. It's kind of sad that he passed away. So, I really enjoyed that series a lot. This is just gonna piss me off. I know.
We got the largest bone marrow in history. This thing looks like it's out of Fred Flintstone. What you do is you take yourself some marrow, put it on some... Take yourself some marrow, lather it on some toast, add a little of that green sauce. There she is. Oh my gosh, that is insanely delicious. It's like meat butter. I'll walk you through it. So we got a little Dijon at the bottom of the bowl. And next we're trying one of the most famous Caesar salads in the entire world. And there he created the Caesar salad that we all know and love today. People come from all across the world to try this. That might be the greatest Caesar salad of all time. I can't believe I'm glazing a Caesar salad, but it is so moist.
All right.
I definitely get this again. Oh my gosh.
Well, at least like going crazy with the butter.
Australian lobster tail. The tenderness of...
Yeah.
The fact that lobsters get this huge, and the fact that I'm here today, ladies and gentlemen, this is so gas. And now for the diamond cut prime rib. Pour the au jus on there. Oh, that cuts like butter. Look at that. I forget how many ounces this steak is, but I'm gonna need more. This thing's huge. It is so extremely good. Can you not see all that juice? Legendary. These Australians be living it up. I'm living it up. Golden Steer, Las Vegas, worth the hype. I gotta rate it a 9.6 out of 10. We are in Las Vegas.
What's this with 0.6? I mean, you know, why not just rate it to give it a fucking 10 already? I mean, come on. Type huge rice. The KFC experiment unit. Okay, I'm interested.
KFC wasn't always the fried chicken restaurant we know today. In the late 1960s, investors wanted to diversify the company. So they opened a new chain in Las Vegas called Kentucky Roast Beef and Ham, where they served Kentucky roast beef, ribs, and even Kentucky-style fish. The chain was so successful that they quickly opened more than 100 locations in just 2 years across the U.S. But KFC quickly faced a new problem. Making fresh roast beef was very slow for a fast food chain, and so they couldn't market it as fast food like the normal KFC. And in 1970, almost all 100 restaurants either closed or converted to the standard KFC. The company also tried to get into the hotel industry with a hotel called Kentucky's Inn Motel. They even created a standard casual restaurant called KFC 11, but they both failed. KFC wasn't always the fried chicken restaurant we know today.
I didn't know that. Okay. Man, that just makes me want to have KFC now. The bad part, just no KFC close to me. All I got is the place called Bojangles, and what's the other one? There's chicken finger places. It's like they suck because you can tell it's frozen. You can tell it's fucking frozen. It sounds like they went to like Walmart and just got a big pack of frozen chicken fingers and cook them. What is the place called? I don't remember, but like, I tried it one time. Like, no, I'm not interested in it. Not interested. Once again, why is fast food restaurants a lot better in foreign countries than they are here in America? Stop to get lunch in Texas and this happened. Uh-huh. I mean, the meat looks good. I just know I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't. I wouldn't win the challenge. The only thing I would eat was the meat, and everything else wouldn't go. I wouldn't do it. Okay. Let's find out what you're not supposed to eat in Japan.
If you're a tourist in Japan, you shouldn't waste your time eating this. But if you live here, there's no replacement. Size Area is an Italian family restaurant. They used to be all gaudy green and brown and overly fake Italian, and I loved it. But now it's sterile and I hate it. But the food is still crazy affordable and delicious, even with the recent uptick in prices. There's barely a single thing on this entire menu that's more than $3. And they have pizza? The first thing you'll notice in most family restaurants in Japan is a drink bar. Something completely foreign to many Westerners, because most of the time free refills are a God-given and constitutional right. But not in Japan. You have to pay extra to get the drink bar. But it comes with all-you-can-drink sodas, juices, and even various coffees and teas. So take advantage while you can. But the real reason that we're all here is to eat some food. A lot of it for very cheap. There's just nothing better than a nice rice gratin, and Size Areas is unbeatable for the price. For only about about $2. It's loaded with cheese, bechamel sauce, and most importantly, the caloric comfort to get you through another winter in Japan. And I like egg on mine. But when you order Yogurton, you can do whatever you want with Yogurton because it's Yogurton. It turns into a creamy, gloopy mess. And really, the only texture comes from the grains of rice. But trust me, with one bite, you'll be fixed. What's on my burrito, baby? I don't know if they've always had this, but I've just noticed it. Focaccia with cheese. It was light, fluffy, and cheesy, and I was enjoying it. And then my mom FaceTimed me. So I had to pretend like I was eating this salad the whole time. It's a baby shrimp salad, and it's one of my favorites. And ironically, it's the most expensive thing I ordered. If you're a tourist in Japan, you shouldn't waste your time eating this. But if you live here, there's no
Alright.
It's an Italian family restaurant. They used to be all gaudy green and brown and overly fake Italian, and I loved it. But now it's
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at something on my phone. All right. Hey, Clankers. What you doing? Bro, it's 8 a.m. Oh, it's only 6 a.m. where I'm at. I've only been streaming for... How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours. Yeah, so I've been streaming since 4. Actually, no, I started streaming at 2:15. Why did this only say 2 hours? Huh? That's not right. I've been streaming for 4 hours because I started streaming at 2 in the morning. My time, Eastern time. Which would be like midnight your time. But yeah. I'm just sitting here chilling, watching videos. $93. No, well, it depends on how much it weighs.
Was this lobster worth the price? Let's find out. Now it costs $93.38 for these 2 lobsters, and after stunning them in the freezer for 30 minutes, I put them in the pot and let them steam for about 25 minutes. When they were done cooking, it was time to pick the whole lobster. Now I started with the tail, which I find the easiest to pick, and then moved on to the claws. Sometimes you can just use your hand to break open the claws, but other times you're going to need like kitchen shears to really break it open and be able to get in there. As I was picking out the claws, I made sure to remove any other pieces that weren't meat so our weight would not be thrown off. Next, I moved on to the tails and did the same thing, and I deveined the lobster tail as well. Now don't forget to pick out the knuckles of the claws and also these little swimmers at the bottom, and the legs on these larger ones have a lot of meat too, as well as the body of the lobster itself. I mean, look at this big chunk of meat that came from inside the body. After picking everything, I checked out the scale and it was 1.67 pounds of meat, which means the adjusted price per pound is $55.92, which while it is pricey, I do think it was worth it. Was this lobster?
Yeah, whatever. It's lobster. No. You don't pay prices for lobster. Retired dairy cows buried in white. What? I gotta watch this one. Uncle Roger. Love Uncle Roger.
This rice. Wow. What people so?
This chocolate.
Chocolate in rice? And why the whole family pronounce chocolate differently?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Egg going in, but the egg not gonna get cooked.
Chocolate.
I'll put tomatoes.
Tomato. And why he keeps saying wow? It's just tomato. This guy very easily impressed.
Wow.
That's the answer.
What juice is this? Apple, pineapple, mango, grape juice?
What the hell are the made? Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Sugar. And everything's so sweet.
And they call it, yeah.
Wow.
How much are...
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell are they making?
What they trying to do?
Yes.
Why?
Not on that. No.
And she's still going.
Beautiful.
It's not beautiful. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like sugar, tomato, rice.
The chocolate.
Don't need to stir the sugar, not gonna dissolve. It's too much sugar.
It's gonna add more sugar?
No. No, there is. Oh no.
Why are you saying wow?
It's African for diabetes.
This rice. Wow.
What the fuck was that? Oh, God. What was that? Oh, dear Lord. Okay, let's see the dumbest pizza war in history.
Imagine making a pizza so big that it starts an entire pizza war. In the 1990s, when Little Caesars started to face heavy competition from other pizza chains, they created a massive 22-inch long pizza called the Big Big Cheese for just $8.88. This product was successful for a while until Pizza Hut saw the opportunity and released their own massive pizza called the Bigfoot for $8.99, which was bigger at 24-inch long. And when Domino's saw that they too released their own massive pizza called the Dominator at $10.99, and other pizza chains felt that they were lacking behind and released their own massive pizzas too. And so everyone kept making pizzas bigger and bigger until they realized that they were not only losing money, but also complicating the making and delivery process. So eventually, they all quietly quit making big pizzas and returned to normal. Imagine making a pizza so big
All
that
right.
it starts an entire pizza
So,
war. In the 19...
I still remember when Little Caesars came out, the slogan was Pizza Pizza, because you used to be able to get 2 pizzas for like $10, something like that. They always like you get 2 pizzas, which was like really like if you want, it's like you go to Little Caesars when you get drunk and you order Little Caesars and you had pizza like at midnight, 2 pizzas. Okay, let's see. Let's see how many of these I know.
Here's What I Eat Today in Chicago, Iconic Spots Edition. I've been to Chicago many times, but I've never been to a lot of the iconic spots in the city. So today, I went with my friend Sean to many of them. First, Manny's, a Jewish deli doing it for over 80 years. They go through so much corned beef and pastrami, they have a machine cutting it at all times. I got the half pastrami, half corned beef sandwich with a couple of potato pancakes. Now, first, the pastrami. While it's not quite at the level of Katz's in New York,
It's better.
I still very much enjoy
It's
it.
better.
If you're between the corned beef though and the pastrami,
pastrami's a winner, for sure.
And the potato pancake truly is more of a pancake than a latke, if that makes sense, because they're way more fluffy than most latkes I've had. That with some applesauce, you gotta get it. Next, we went to Jim's Original, a no-frill spot doing the Maxwell Street Polish, a Chicago favorite. I thought on top of the sausages it was sauerkraut, but nope, it's just a huge pile of grilled onions.
Yeah.
The sausage itself is so smoky and flavorful. Along with the onions, this was shockingly my favorite bite of the day. Also, their fries that the sausage come with are fantastic. Next, went to a spot I've always wanted to go to, the Billy Goat Tavern, which is a legendary bar doing cheeseburgers as made fun of in SNL. So we had to get a double cheeseburger and a double beer poured perfectly. They could tell I was a first timer, so they gave me some dorky but necessary hats. Listen, it's not the best burger, but the place, the vibe, it's just somewhere where you want to go get a beer and watch Jeopardy or the local
It's the
Chicago
best burger. It's the best burger. If you no, these guys grew up on like Five Guys and all this other shit, Red Robin. No, that's the best burger. No, just saying. Because they make the fuck. I'll tell you why. I'll explain why here. Why pizza tastes different.
A man in California discovered something so disturbing about American pizza that he literally stopped eating it. Every time he ordered a medium pizza, he felt heavy after just a few slices and couldn't finish it. But when he went to Italy on vacation, he ate a whole large pizza by himself.
Okay.
Completely fine. That's when he felt something was off. Even though both pizzas were the same dish with similar ingredients, they tasted nothing alike. So he started looking into how many American pizzas are made. A lot of them use very refined white flour. Sugar is added to the dough. It is fermented using chemicals. The crust is thick. The cheese tasted like plastic, and the slices literally drip more oil than an engine. Each slice becomes very dense and high in calories. In Italy, many traditional pizzas use simple ingredients. The dough rests for a minimum of 24 hours. The crust is thin, the cheese is fresh, and no additives are used, and all these changes help you feel good after eating it. In 2019, a man...
Yeah, I mean, if you use fresh ingredients and you make everything in house and you do it right, it tastes a lot better, and it's quite frankly a lot healthier for you. So, let's see. 5 cruise time wasters you must have. Okay. I'm interested in taking a cruise eventually.
These are 5 cruise time wasters you must avoid. Number 1, attending the shopping talks. These are a waste of time and money, as these folks are pushing you into shops that earn commission for the cruise line. Number 2, not purchasing excursions and packages in advance. Don't stand around when you're on vacation. Buy these online before your cruise and save some money. Number 3, going to guest services on day 1 of your cruise. Likely you're not getting an upgrade, and if you have an issue with your cabin, get your cabin attendant involved. Number 4, not reading your daily program or checking the app. You'll likely be lost all day and miss out on some great things like entertainment and activities. Number 5, make sure to communicate. If you have a show you need to get to, tell your waiter at dinner. They can get you in and out much quicker so you don't miss out. Do you prefer the daily program or the app?
I just kind of, when I think about going on a cruise, I kind of want to just chill, you know? I don't feel like having like a fucking itinerary, you know? That's all I'm saying. We'll watch this last one here. Last one, then we're gonna call it.
These are the 3 most popular sub-restaurants in the United States. But which one is the best? Starting with Jimmy John's. I walked in and ordered an Italian sub with white bread, which is what I'm going to be ordering from every place. This one cost $9.19, and not even 1 second later, the sub was done. Anyways, I opened it up, and the sub looked pretty good, and after taking a bite, the bread wasn't that good, but the meat, cheese, and toppings were very tasty, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, Subway, which is by far the biggest sub chain in the entire world. I again ordered an Italian sub with white bread, which for the footlong cost $13.99. When it was ready, I brought it outside, and it honestly didn't look that good, but after tasting it, the bread is extremely soft, and the meat and cheese you can kind of tell aren't the best quality. 6 out of 10. And now for the final location, Jersey Mike's. I walked in and ordered the same exact sub, and this one actually cost me $11.10, and just watching them make the sandwich was looking amazing. But finally it was done, and after taking a nice bite, honestly, I did not expect it to be that good. You can see they really season the tomatoes and the toppings. 8 out of 10. These are the 3 most popular sub restaurants.
Jersey Mike tends to be a good sub place. Yeah, they got a good cheesesteak, which is what they're known for. But selling it. I know that potatoes used to be considered poisonous until, well, poor people used to eat them, and now. Okay, that's good. Once he's done eating, hear the slurping, crunching.
The oldest and bougiest Panda Express. Place is called Panda Inn. Let me explain. So this was the OG sit-down restaurant created in 1973. And several years later, a spot opened up in the food court of their local mall. And so they created a fast food spin-off called Panda Express, and the rest is history. Start off with the lobster and shrimp dumplings. Wow. Not skimpy with the lobster nor shrimp. Very tender, juicy bite. Let's dip it in that chili oil. Spicy, garlicky, has a little bit of numbing effect. We're off to a good start. Next, I got the lo mein with beef. All right, here we go. It's not horrible, but I paid $20 for this, so I really needed this to be slap your mama good. It just tastes slightly better than what I get at a regular takeout. Last, we got the orange chicken. There's just nothing special about this. It honestly just tastes like regular Express, but with less sugar. Overall, would I get this again? Hell no! Trying the oldest and bougiest Panda Express.
I don't need to hear you chew, dude. Put the food in your mouth. I don't need to hear. Yeah, I don't need to hear that shit. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. You're gonna be able to. You're not even gonna be able to close the fucking box. God damn. Like I said, you're not gonna be able to close the fucking box. You get it all over the fucking place. You're making a goddamn mess. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. What was that? An order for 7? Jesus. Big John tries Aussie Chinese. Okay. I miss Fillion. I wish Fillion would come back. King Carly's. Huh? Why is it on fire? What the fuck? Why are they scrubbing it like that? Okay. What the hell's going on? Is that salt? Alright. Are they salt baking it? I'm assuming that's what they're doing? Yeah, they're salt baking it. Jesus. Alright. Alright. It just was a weird video. I don't get it. Ooh, okay. Let's Thailand. One of the places I would like to go and try food. Then the funny thing is, it's like all this stuff is cheap there. You have to pay like maybe like $13 per skewer here in America. You probably pay like $3 there. Why are you leaving a skewer? Just out of curiosity. Yeah. Everybody should stop watching these videos. It's just all it's doing is making me hungry. You know? Alright. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna watch any more of these food videos. I'm sure you guys are kind of sick of it. Alright, thank you for being here. If you were here for like since the beginning, I'll be amazed. This is just I couldn't sleep, and I just wanted to have some little chat session, play a little bit of repo, and just watch some videos and just chill out until I got tired to go to sleep. Anyway, tonight will be the feel good stream, so be here for that. Probably be about around 7 o'clock, and And if you enjoyed it so far, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell people about my channel. And I will see you tonight for the Feel Good stream. Once again, just be good to each other.